Hello everyone and welcome to a new series on the Farming Sim SWU channel. I'm Socksway Up and you can see we're wearing New Holland. We got New Holland behind us. We're going to do a manufacturer challenge. Everything has to be New Holland. If we purchase a machine, if they have one available in that type of machine, we have to purchase a New Holland. To add to the challenge, we're also going to do 5 years. So the first year it's August, so we're going to get through that and call it year 0, but after that we have 5 full calendar years to get $5 million in the bank. I don't want it to be a series where we just sell all of our equipment and our land and we get to $5 million that way. I want to try to have an ongoing farm that has $5 million in the bank by the end of year 5. The economy is on easy. I have no idea how hard this challenge will be. I haven't done anything like this before. The New Holland part isn't really the challenging part. I think the part that's going to be super challenging is going to be getting that much money. Let's take a look at what we have to start with. So let's jump into, well, let's look at the map a little bit. It's a good looking map. This is a port from a Farming Simulator 17 map, Goldcrest Valley. So it's pretty sweet. The details on it are amazing. It's a gorgeous map we'll see as we start traveling around. You can see we own farmland 2, 3, 5, 6, 24, 42, 45, and 50. So some of the special things as the game's autosaving. Thank you. So if let's hop over here, we have chickens in our main farm area. Then we have sheep over on this farm. Pigs up here and cows down here. Another part of the challenge, all 4 of these need to be fully populated with animals by the end. We can't have any loans. And we can't have any debt. So if we do a lease to own, we have to purchase it out or return it to the store at the end of the challenge. All right, so here's a look at our little land here, our farm. We have a lot of storage, which is nice. We have a little workshop here, some storage that we'll be able to populate with some machines, a nice house. We got a truck that we will probably be trading in for a nicer truck. That's a pretty cool little red truck there, but we want something a little better than that. And there's our house. Looks like the train went by, but yeah, you can already kind of tell the landscape is gorgeous on this. As we start driving around, it's impressive. So here's some of our machines. We went ahead and we were on new farmer mode. I mentioned economy is on easy, and we replaced every vehicle that we had with something comparable in New Holland. If we could, if there was nothing available for New Holland, we just left it. Nice little barn there. Looks like we can put straw in this barn too. So we'll have to check that out later on. Over here, we have a nice silo where we'll be able to place all of our grains. Another storage shed. There's another storage shed over here. Something else that I put on this property is a buying station. So we have this multi-fruit buying station here that basically is going to allow us to buy anything in the game. We are going to have to pay for it, so we won't have to go to the store every time to get seeds and all of that. We'll still have to pay for it, but I figured that would be a nice way to kind of speed up my progress and not have to drive as much back and forth to the store. But look at those mountains back there. Wow, beautiful. All right, so fields so far that we have, if we look in this mode, you can see we have one ready to harvest. I believe it was wheat in that field. Yep, we do have wheat here, but it was already harvested, so we'll have to cultivate that. This field is ready to be seeded, so we can plant some seeds there, and I don't know what type of crop we're going to do yet. We'll get into that in a little bit. And then let's go ahead and visit down here because we have something. It's an unnumbered field, so we'll do use courseplay to create the custom field on here. But we have cotton, so we have $100,000. We do not have machinery for cotton. We're going to have to save money to make sure we can lease that when the time comes. I believe it's going to be October, maybe November when we have to harvest that. But you see we have our tedder and windrower here. We'll probably want to upgrade those soon. We have a forage wagon, so we could collect the grass and some other goods this way, the straw this way as well. And then we have a nice silage pit, I believe, here. And then this is going to be sweet when we have all the cows in here. But let's go ahead and waste no more time and get started on this adventure. Let's get this unfolded. There we go. We're remembering how to play. All right, everything's set up. So now let's get the clock moving. We'll do ×5 for most of the time. And we'll get this turned on and we'll start harvesting. We do have GPS installed on every vehicle. It was a luxury that I took there. Yeah, this yield is not going to be great. Let's do that. Get a nice swath so we can get some straw. But we have precision farming going on. We have all of our samples already. Yeah, with a little bit of a good head start on this, a little bit different, actually 100% different than the other series that we're doing, the Rags to Riches. This one's going to be more about seeing how quickly we can, maximize money on running an already successful farm and see if we can really just get some productions going. That's going to be key, I believe, is getting productions, getting all of those animals, and just starting to make a good amount of profit on all of this. So we'll go ahead and get this done. And it shouldn't take too long, and then we can start figuring out what we're going to do with some of these other ones. I have an idea where the other tractor you can see over there is already set up with some lawn mowing equipment, so we might just go ahead and turn that into a grass field. It's a nice amount of area there that we should be able to get away with that. Whoops, let's go ahead and get GPS enabled here. All right, and then we'll get the tractor and the trailer prepared here in a little bit to start emptying out our wheat. Well, I'm not really sure that it's worth picking up the trailer for this, so we'll go ahead and, crop destruction is off. Okay, we'll go ahead and drop this off and come back and clean up and get the rest that we finished. Our GPS was off by just a hair, it seemed. So that was, that's a little unfortunate. And now that I look at this silo, are we going to be able to do this? Maybe we do need a trailer. And I got so excited to start that I didn't even go into showing all of the vehicles we have. So we have small tractors. We have one. It is the TS 175. Pretty sweet. And then medium tractors, we have a T7 260 that is 260 horsepower. We have a T7 170 that's 190 horsepower. The smaller one was 175. And then our harvester, we have the TC 5.90, which is a pretty good one. And we look at combinations. This is the header that we have. And hop into trucks. We saw that. We got this one trailer here, the Welger. It can hold good amounts for starting, at least. Got this little cultivator that'll definitely have to get upgraded, as well as the seeder, but it'll be plenty to get us started. Here's one of the there's the New Holland mower set that we have. This is where we are starting to kind of see part of that challenge, because we could have a lot better grass. We could have a lot better mowers long term, but we'll be limited to New Holland on that. There's our tedder, as well as the windrower, pretty much the same series from Pottinger. So that's what we're going to be going with, as well as there's forage wagon. And then the baler, the New Holland baler. This is one that we probably stretched on a little bit. Gives us a good jump start, as well as the bale wrapper that we'll be using. And then we have this wagon and some weights. So let's go ahead and get the trailer over. We'll get this uncovered here. And we should be able to just pull up here and get kind of close to filling this up, I would imagine. Let's see. 8,000 is what the harvester holds, so that should do a good amount to this little trailer here for our first load. Let's make sure it's tipping to the back because we hit the wrong buttons. There we go. So when we get over to the silo, we should be able to take care of that. But I think we'll just leave it here. Let's go ahead and shut it off. Oh, no, that's pretty close to being full. So let's go ahead and we will empty it. And we'll probably pretty quickly get some chickens. So we could call a little bit of an audible here. Drive around to the chicken coop, and let's go ahead and purchase at least a few. Again, Got to be a little careful with money because we do need to lease some equipment to take care of that potato field in a few months' time. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. It won't let us because we don't have chickens. But we should just be able to hop out here and check this out. I do want to go with a handful of these 6-month-old ones since they already are hit puberty. So let's go ahead and see cost-wise. 60 is only 3,300. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I think what we'll do, we'll buy 60 of the younger ones. Let's do, did we do that right? We did. Okay, let's do 60 more of the younger ones. And that gives us a good start, and then we'll let them reproduce as well. And we should be full in no time. So let's go ahead and see how much of this holds. Might be all of it, actually. All right, it is going to take all of it. So let's go ahead and look at our animals now. So that's close. So hopefully the rest of this that we harvest will fill that up, and we'll have a little bit left over to feed them until the next time we are able to harvest a crop that they can eat, which is going to be pretty much a year from now. So we might be taking advantage of our multi-fruit buying station here and spending money on some wheat, but we will see. So this should be fine. We'll get this lowered, and I'm going to go ahead and get this finished, and we'll decide what we're going to do next after that. All right, we got 673 more, so that'll be good to give to the chickens. Oh, that's unfortunate. Our first big mistake. All right, get that going. And then we'll go ahead, close that up. And I think this track trailer, what is it called? It's a shed back here is where we'll keep the harvester. And it'll probably be a good while before we have to use this again. So we'll go ahead and put it all the way in the back here. Let's go into first person mode. That might be easier. Where we want to go, about right there. It's still covered. Let's shut it off. Hop on out. Yeah, very nice. So we'll head on back. Take this over to the chickens, and our first job is done. And I'm pretty sure they will take all of this. So let's see in just a second. Yes, they did take all of it. Very good. And I think, you know, we will make more money off the eggs than we would have off of just selling the wheat. So that will all work out for us in the long run. We'll go ahead and put this down, and we'll get a tractor hooked up to... Well, you know, we could wait a little bit. It's time to make some decisions. I'm going to think about a few things, and I'll get back with you. All right, we're going to hop in the shop. We're going to think about a few things we're going to need very quickly. So fertilizer spreader that can do lime and fertilizer is definitely on our list. Let's add the extra width and the extension to make it as big as possible. And we're going to lease. We are going to do the lease to own on this save. It'll just help us out. But again, everything that we're leasing, we're going to have to figure out if we're returning it or keeping it at the end. We're not just selling everything off. Leases are going to be the one exception where we can just return the lease. So the next thing is some, whoops, that's not what we wanted. There's some animal care. We're going to need a tanker. I really want this one, but it's a little too big for us. This one here would probably be good to start with. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll lease that as well. So a little bit of money gone. So we'll be able to pull that. I believe we didn't mess up. We should be able to pull that with a tractor. If not, we will we'll fix that. And then we're going to want a chainsaw. Let's go ahead and we're just going to, whoops. We will want rollers. I don't think that's necessary, as well as a weeder, but we could just use herbicide. We'll get to that when we need it. But I did want to get some lime going today, so we're going to head over and we're going to pick up some of that. Actually, first, let's, you know, getting way ahead of myself. Those are there for us to pick up when we need them. This field here, we're going to turn into a grass field for now. It might change into something else, but we're going to get these trees cut down, and then we're going to cut all the grass that is here and get a good amount of grass started so we can get some sheep. And then we will also plant grass. So this might be what we do for the rest of this episode. If I can find that location. But yeah, we'll get these done and get back to you in a few. We're also going to buy my favorite auto-loading trailer. And we'll be able to put the trees on that. So we will go ahead and we'll take the truck over and we'll find that. And on, yeah, way over here. Whoops. So we'll do a little bit of a driving here. Let's go ahead and mark that spot so we don't get lost. And it should be back there, yep. Do a little bit of driving on this map. Give you a nice little view of what we're working with here. The mountains are gorgeous. The scenery is just nice on this map. That's why I picked it. I do love it. Hopefully we don't run into the train here. Looking good. All right, let's get over there. All right, there's some of our goods, but we're gonna grab the trailer first. Man, those things look huge. Oh. Oh, don't tell me this isn't compatible. What? What? What kind of truck is this? Well, we'll probably trade this in soon anyways. So let's go ahead. We'll just park here. And we'll get one of the tractors over here. Man, that looks nice. Landscaping well done. What a pretty map. I love that the store has all kinds of interaction things. What are these? What the heck? We have pancakes on this map? Ketchup? Ooh, we're gonna have to look at some of these custom popcorn. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at French fries. We're gonna have to look at some of the custom productions on this map and see about all that. One of the other things that I'm thinking about and debating is that we go to multiple days per month, and I don't feel like that would be cheating for the 5-year goal, because we're not going to be able to harvest anytime soon, and it doesn't really add any cycles to make money. It just gives us more time each month to get things taken care of. Let me know on that. I definitely would like some feedback on that, if you feel like that is cheating for this challenge or if that's completely okay. So we're going to get back. We'll chop some of these trees down and find where we can sell them and go from there. I have a feeling, a suspicion, that we might regret the way we've loaded this. And this is a lot more than I thought was going to be in that field. Exciting. But we'll get over there and we'll take a different route. I did locate a sawmill, which is, over that way. So we're going to cut through this direction and see about this different route and see what it looks like and do a little time lapse so you can enjoy that. Well, the tractor really had no problem pulling this. Let's see if we have to drop this in the water for that sawmill, or I'm not 100% sure if these give different prices. I don't know. Let's see what this says here. Use our little tips here. See if it says sell wood. It does. So let's do this one. I'm not sure about that little one. I don't know. We'll try them out later on, but we'll go ahead and loop around and get into the sell point. Undo that. $12,000. That's pretty handy. Very awesome. Let's get back and we'll see what's going on. I don't expect a huge yield on this field, and I figured we will mow it, and then after that we can turn it into a field with course play so that we can see it on the map a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we're going to have much of a yield here, but I wanted to get this cut so we can get some grass established, so we can, you know, prep this field to plant grass. We potentially might be able to pull off one harvest this year. I don't think we will. I don't think we'll have enough time for a full growth of grass, but we might be able to get, yeah, we might be able to get a harvest in. We'll have to see about that, but let's go ahead and get this cut, and we'll get the windrower over here, get all that picked up, and then we will start working on prepping these fields. All right, so we got this pretty close to being done, and you can see I pulled in the backs of it just to clean up these areas. I gotta tell you, I'm not sold on this lawnmower set, and I don't know if I would use it if it wasn't for this challenge, which is, you know, part of the reason why I'm doing the challenge, so I can experience more, you know, different implements that I would not try out otherwise. And we'll see. We'll see. This other area here, I think we'll go ahead and unfold that, lower it, and we'll cut this little area as well, and then we'll get the windrowing going. I'm driving back with this windrower, and I've decided to drive terrible. I didn't hit the stop sign. I decided to sell it, and we're going to upgrade right now because that's just not going to work for a windrower for me. How about we stay in our lane? All right, let's see what kind of money we can get for this little one. Nothing to do, so we will just sell it. Not bad, 5 grand. And money's going to be a thing, so we're going to be careful, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to lease. We will purchase this one for sure. All right. Yep, those other ones are a little too expensive. Let's go ahead and go with the Old Faithful one, and it seems to be, it's big enough. We will lease it for now. It might end up costing us a little bit more doing that, but that's what we're going to do. Because again, I'm really worried about that cotton, and I don't want to just lose all of the cotton and potential. We might break even though, I don't know. A little messy, but that will do. So we'll put this over here somewhere as well, and we'll have to go pick up the forage wagon, I think is what we want to do. I don't think we want to bale these. We could, since they're here, or the baler's here. So let's go ahead and we'll plop this right here for now. We'll have some cleanup to do later on. We did forget to turn the time back on earlier. I got that sorted out. All right. Oh, let's check before we get anything in there. Let's check the bale size. 220 might be safe. Hopefully we can get 2 or 3 bales out of this. We will see. All right, so that's cleaned up. And yeah, the rest we can take care of when we cultivate. So let's go ahead and we can raise that, turn that off. And there should be, yep, Y will do unloading. Plop 2 of those out. Oh, 3 of them out. And then when we fold this, that should fall out. And drive forward. And it's gonna just stay there. That's not gonna work. Get out of there. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of multiple sizes. We have 2 of the larger ones, and then the rest are smaller. Could clean this area up too, but I think we'll take care of that later on. So I think that was a good start. I think that's a good start for the first episode. Let's go ahead and shut this off. We are going to stay in August though when we start next episode because there's so much to do. the first thing we'll do is we'll pick up these bales, take it over to the sheep, and get them purchased, give them all of this grass, or as much as they'll take to begin with. Keep the rest over there for them for the rest of the year, and then we'll start prepping these fields. Yeah, lots to do. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next one.